Breaking news, Nigerians. The umbrella of Kogi indigents living outside the state, Kogi in Diaspora Association, has issued a 72-hour ultimatum to the Economic and the Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, to halt its unwarranted winch hunt against the ex-governor, Yahaya Bello. The group threatened peaceful mass protests and civil disobedience should the anti-draft agency fail to back out from the alleged calculated attempt to tarnish the image of the former governor Yahaya Bello. So my country people, this is interesting. Let's find out more as we hit the news. But if you're joining us for the first time, you're very much welcome. I sincerely appreciate your presence. Kindly subscribe and please don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Thank you. Now, the Kogi in Diaspora Association, in a press statement issued after its meeting on Wednesday in Abuja, have rubbished the decision of the EFCC to slump corruption charges against the former governor of the state, saying it would not fold its arms and allow Bello to be ridiculed over baseless allegations. It lamented that the EFCC's decision would really go a long way to rub off negatively on the investment drive in Kogi State. And the statement being signed by the association's co-convener, Seyi Oluro Shola, called on a public apology from the EFCC for causing embarrassment to the former governor and to the people of Kogi State. So they have made huge demands because they've been growing concerns over the attempts by the EFCC to tarnish the image of the immediate past governor of the state, Alhaji Yahaya Bello. Now, they've rejected the claim by the FCC that over 80 billion of Kogi state funds were diverted and misappropriated in September 2015, just months before Governor Yahaya Bello contested and won the Kogi state gubernatorial elections. This assertion is not only continuous but also preposterous. How can someone divert state government funds even before gaining access to the levers of leadership? So in light of this, they've said no. They've demanded an apology. The EFCC must apologize. They must issue a public apology to him and to the people of Kogi State for this needless embarrassment that they have caused. They've really damaged the state's image, which has posed a significant setback for economic development initiative in the state, because of this EFCC's misguided actions, which will impede efforts to attract investment from the diaspora citizens. Now, it emphasized the previous attempt by the EFCC to link Governor Bello to the corruption have failed because the judicial test in the court. So the EFCC is being urged to discontinue this, this charade against the people of Kogi State, noting how Governor Yahaya Bello have performed well during his 8 years tenure, how the people acknowledge how he really performed well, his achievements, and now the EFCC is trying to, taunt this image and paint Yahaya Bello black. So the Kogi in Diaspora Association finally resulted to issuing a 72-hour ultimatum for the EFCC to halt its warranted witch hunt of the former governor, and failure to comply will result in a civil disobedience and protest by the association members in Abuja and major cities. The Kogi in Diaspora Association remains committed to upholding the integrity of Kogi State and its leaders, and have urged a swift resolution to this matter to avoid further damage of the state's reputation and its diaspora investment prospects. So my country people, what are your thoughts on this? At large, they've said, for the sake of clarity, the EFCC must tender an apology to the governor, to Governor Yahaya Bello, the former governor of Kogi State. They must tender a public apology for trying to, link him to a crime that he did not commit. So the people of Kogi State have attacked the EFCC, saying it is laughable, the corruption allegation by the EFCC that Yahaya Bello was involved in an alleged 80 billion naira, fraud or scam, that they are just trying to tarnish Yahaya Bello's image. How can they say someone that, had not even come to power in September 2015, how can he had, gain access to steal that kind of money? Now, how would they describe this incident? So it is therefore an allegation against the governor. So my country people, this is quite interesting, and the Kogi people are not happy with this development. They've said no, the FCC must tender an apology, which they are they've given a 72-hour ultimatum, else there would be a mass protest. But it certainly will be a peaceful mass protest, and there would also be a civil disobedience should the anti-draft agency fail to, tender a public apology to Yahaya Bello. So Nigerians have reacted. EFCC, do not panic. Do your job without fear or favor. He is not the first governor to be invited by the EFCC, so you all are just making noise. The insult on the integrity of Nigeria. The EFCC should arrest the leader of Kogi in diaspora and make him accomplished. You Kogi in diaspora are not ashamed of yourself. This is the truth. You all are trying to cover Yahaya Bello, but well, now no. These people are part of Yahaya Bello's corruption. The EFCC should please go ahead and do their job. Nobody is above the law. This group are calling themselves diaspora. They should come and see what the EFCC is doing. This is actually a faceless group. Such group does not exist. The group should come out and prove themselves. This so-called group should be bold enough to show their identities if truly they are concerned with the affiliations of the people of Kogi State. There is nothing people who have lost their integrity to stipends they would get to justify. What are they trying to do? The EFCC should be fully engaged so that the so-called association would be fished out. I don't think any group as this association exists. This must be cooked up by mindless individuals, sponsored by Yahaya Bello himself. He's just trying to cover up for his crimes. Now, you people know very little about the financial atrocities by Yahaya Bello while in office. You are in diasporas and you have no direct findings of what is really happening. So it's best you all should rest. Okay, my country people, these are reactions from Nigerians. So there are also a lot of allegations that have been brought upon by the EFCC against Governor Yahaya Bello, that there are so many assets of Yahaya Bello that is located in Abuja, in Lagos. The governor would have to forfeit those assets. So this 80 billion naira fraud is a charges that was being brought up by the EFCC, and now the people of Kogi are kicking against it. They've attacked the EFCC over this 80 billion naira fraud allegation against the former governor of the state. So my country people, I'm dropping here. What are your thoughts on this? Kindly share your thoughts in the comment section. Thank you.